So for this one, you're going to need the red band again. And it's called Red Banded Lumbar Pelvic Tilts. So this one is fantastic for literally every person. But it's directly specific to a lot of people who have a butt wink, which is not necessarily a bad thing. But for some people, it may mean that they cannot dissociate their hips from their spine or their spine from their hips. It really is very specific to each person. So the band, we're using the band because it gives us a tactile feedback, and tactile means that we have something that's touching us that gives us feedback. So the floor, a band, the wall, something that we can use to get information. And that information we can use as feedback to push or pull against it. And I find that to be one of the most helpful things for movement dysfunction in general. So the band is going to be wrapped around your thumbs. And so you're going to be doing 2 sets of 10 tilts. So again, this is really good as a squat warm-up. This is really good as a standalone exercise if you have some lower back pain randomly out of nowhere. This is a really good one. You can also do it on the floor with your back down. I'll show you some examples of that in person at some point. So wrapped around the thumb, get it on your lower back, get into a tabletop position. And it's kind of modified. It's not exactly like a traditional tabletop. The hands are going to be right outside of the knees. And from here, you're going to tuck the pelvis under as if you had a tail and you're trying to hide the tail. And then from here, you're going to untuck the pelvis and try to get your pubic bone closer to the floor. Then you're going to tuck your tailbone and push into the band, and then let the band win. And you're going to keep doing that until you get to 10. And notice how nothing is moving except my lower back. So we're tucking and then extending. And notice how the band gets some more slack when you untuck. And then the band loses its slack. It's much like when you do a deadlift and you're about to pull up on the bar and the bar sort of bends, but the plates haven't lifted up off the ground yet. That's taking the slack out of the bar. What you're doing here is taking the slack out of the band. So that's that one. Maybe do 3 sets, maybe do 2 sets, but minimum 2. And that's that one.